ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Kenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the Pac-12, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bruins will put total leather and we'll get started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Power football with the run. Fighting off the defender. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have any.
Pressure coming. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. No matter the sport, he epitomized a UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. So he was forced to just take what the defense gave him, and they were able to stop him short of the first down.
And when you're a defense and you get 3rd and long and you know exactly where those sticks are, you set your feet at them, they throw it underneath, I go rally, make the tackle. Perfect 3rd down and long execution by this defense.
They are trying to set the tone on the opening drive of the game. They could punt, pin them back deep. Instead, they'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about.
Give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It's squarely.
Breaks into the open, just steamrolling the defense. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Making side adjustments here. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
He's got it on the run. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. The Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And that's a really nice job by this defense, maintaining outside leverage and knocking him down behind the line. Can the D deny them on second and goal? The run up the middle, looking for the score. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tar Heels!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
No surprise, this offense has their foot on the pedal, trying to take advantage of a defense that struggled in their last game. Obviously, they lost that one, but nice play early, swatting that ball away. That should help this defense's confidence.
So now it's second and long. Off the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Bruins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. Turning it on! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, UNC!
After starting the season 0-1, this offense felt like they just left plays on the field in that first game. But so far today, they're taking advantage. QB's making good decisions. Guys are stepping up. They've limited the mental mistakes. They haven't turned the football over. It's a different-looking offense here in Game 2.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. at their own 14-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. It's caught. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of ruined passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet, McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Ripping through the defense. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period, and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Quickly to the tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the 1st half. This has been all home team.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field. They're trying to make it happen, but the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be 4th down. The Bruins send out the punt unit. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. That one will find its way out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quickly out to the tight end. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the 1st half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, UNC! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball executing perfectly. Fantastic job in the back end that time, being in position and making sure that thing fell incomplete.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Looking to throw on first down. Gets open down the middle. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the shotgun, the inside give. He has the first and still on his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, North Carolina!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. UCLA will go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
To the air on second down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Throws for the tight end. Connection to the right. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Bruins are on the move. They'll go to the ground. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, that completion now sets up a critical 3rd down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. 3rd down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on 3rd down, forcing the 4th down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
The Bruins will try to pick it up on 4th down. Cricket. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. And the Tar Heels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
On 2nd down defensively, I'm always like, hey, let's get to 3rd down. Really good job by the offense. It's like, nah, we're going to stick this run right down your throat, get the 1st down on 2nd down. We don't need 3rd downs.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose on the right. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Alabama rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting team led by Mac Jones, Najee Harris, and Devontae Smith. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner will be knocked down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and and set up a short yardage on second down. It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The play action fake. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. They bring him down, but not before he gets just enough to move the chains.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And the Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
Good enough for a first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Oh, they're after him. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because
fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Barring a penalty, this will be the final play of the first half on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The give to the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody. In their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive of the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We're losing. We got to put a few drives together here, but most importantly, I got to stop getting my quarterback hit. I got to give him a little bit more protection, maybe that extra second so he can get that deep ball off or make some plays for this offense.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Winston. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Motion from the wideout. Keeps it on the bootleg. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very perfect.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. To the air on first down. Floats it out in space. Turning it on. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And the Tar Heels are in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away to find some room. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
One back, baby, one back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Right on the money. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Just keep slinging it. Back swinging for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need one more yard on third down. They'll try to pass their way in. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense.
And on that situation on the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall...
Trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, UNC!
And this offense looking more and more like themselves. This is what we're accustomed to seeing. Last week, more of a blip, right? 0-1 to start the season. Kind of had some bad vibes, some bad mojo. Bounced right back, putting up a ton of points. And this one is all but over. 1-1 is here for this team.
Straight ahead from inside his 25. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Got room on the return. Inside the... And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, North Carolina! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
I feel like the defense right now is living rent-free in this QB's head. Of course, they picked him off the last drive. They almost picked him off right there. This defense doing a nice job mixing up their looks, and they're completely confusing them.
Going for the big play. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty.
Let's go, let's go.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field.
Number 14, on to punt it away.
And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Creates a little space.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
Can't get him to the ground. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll just down it right there.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. First play of the drive, wants to throw. They'll run the screen. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Back open in the middle. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll leave it with him. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. Hits the accelerator to the right. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. He'll start this drive firing. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Using his legs, it's Gentry. Breaks the tackle. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Skips away from pressure.
0 points on the day. That's really all you have to say about this offense. It's been a struggle fest. They've been riding the struggle bus. They haven't done anything right today.
And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. I'm not sure if he could have kicked it farther by using his knee, but it's not exactly the longest punt. And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line.
And these punt returners only get so many opportunities to try to make plays, and do they want to make them? So much space back there when you punt them the football. But the thing is, look at all these guys flying down the field, all the speed on the field for that punt coverage team, and you can tell they caught up with them and forced the fumble.
Now they'll try the right side. There he goes! Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
And this offense does it again on 3rd down. They have been so elite on 3rd down all game long. That's the money down. All the coaches talk about it every single time we meet with them. They've been brilliant at it. They've built the lead, and they've got a good chance to finish this one out if they keep that up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
The pull and throw off the RPO. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really?
And he's going to score. Touchdown, UNC!
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
To the ground with the battle. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 30 short, the run and looking for the 1st down. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Find some fresh air. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Hard running there. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.